What's up? It's Austin, and welcome back to PCG Paradise. This episode is going to be a little bit different from the other ones. I'm going to be doing my build live for you guys, and I'm just going to take you through my steps and process and showing you how to make a medieval house in Minecraft. And this is a new bridge on the way over, which is pretty nice. Blake made it, the guy who's making that giant castle over there. But over here, this is just an open plot from the contest that nobody used, so I'm just going to be using these materials here in order to make a new medieval house. So for this build I'm basing it off a picture I saw on Google, which I'm gonna pop up on screen right now. So that's generally what I'm going for, but I just want to get the foundation laid out for you guys, which I'm gonna be putting up numbers along the sides so you can see the dimensions of it if you guys want to build along with me. But I'm going to be adding some texturing around here. It isn't just going to be this stone brick like you're seeing now. I'm going to be throwing in cobblestone within there as we build it up. But let's move on to the next step. Alright, so I did a bit of texturing just on the first layer of the foundation, and then I added in spruce logs on the side because this is going to be like a little step up path to a door, which I think I want to place the door right around there. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I just want to put this up one layer all the way up to these spruce logs, and this is going to be like a little pathway around the outside of the house. Whoops. But alright, we'll be right back after I finish just filling this in. So once you've filled up the section out here with cobblestone, make sure to make some stone brick stairs, and you're going to want to place 2 all the way on the left side here so you can get up, and then just in between the rest of the spruce logs you're going to want to have upside down stairs. And then once you've done that, you're going to have some dark oak fence that you're just going to want to place up around the side, which, let me just bring up these spruce logs, and then you're going to want to place the dark oak between all of them for a railing. Then the next step we're going to do is just bring up the foundation one level all the way around. So I'm just going to put down the spruce wood log and then just stone brick all the way around. But once I put this down, I'm just going to be breaking out random blocks in here and placing cobblestone in its place just to give it some texturing. But I'll be right back after I'm done bringing it up one level. So as you can see, I've now brought up the foundation one level and we've done the texturing. And then I left the little open spot right there for the door. And next step we're going to do is we're just going to fill in the floor of the house, which is just going to be spruce planks. So I'll do a quick cut to having that complete. So now that we got the floor done, we're going to build up the outside walls now. So let's start from where we're at right now. We're going to add another 4 pieces of spruce wood here, and we're going to do that over on this corner too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after that, I'm going to be adding in some stripped oak logs every other thing. So you go up 1, 2, 3, and then on top you cross over the spruce wood, do the same thing over here, 1, 2, 3. And then put this up, and then we're gonna be putting in some windows here and there, which I'm going to put in a window right here. So then you're going to want to do it in the cross beam and an upside down stair. And you keep up this same trend throughout the whole build. And you guys can just place windows wherever you like, or you could copy what I do, but I'm just going to do a quick time lapse and I'll be right back. So as you can see, I've now built up the outside walls. I'll show you where I put the windows in a second, but I did this little extension on the front here that I wasn't planning on, but it looked a little bland without having more stone on the front, so I'm going to go show you what I did over there. Alright, so now we're over here. This is a really simple extension, just on this 11 block part on the front. You go 4 blocks in before extending out on each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just put it out 2 blocks, and then you hop in 1, and 1, 2, 3, and then here you go, you hop it out a block, and then 1, 2, and then you got 3 on the outside. So it's pretty simple. You just put a window up in the middle, 3 high, and I'll go from the inside as well to show you what's going on here, because you did have to extend out this section a little bit of floor. So now just to show you where I put the windows, this is where I left off before the time lapse, was having this one window. So as you can see, right on the other side of this spruce beam, I put another set of windows right there. And then not until you go around this corner, the wall with the door is going to have no windows. Then the one over here, just directly in the middle of the wall, is going to be one window. Side, this is just a chimney right here, by the way, on the back. I don't know if I actually mentioned that earlier, but it's just a chimney on the back corner, but there's going to be a window right next to it, a couple blocks over in the middle. Then we hop around the back, and this is where we got a few windows, which is just, you got one thing on each side of stripped oak log, and then it's just spruce beam window, spruce beam window, spruce beam window. You get the idea. I'll stop saying that. And then you go around the side, no window, and then we got one in the middle over here. So if you guys want to do that layout, you can. If you want to place windows wherever you like to make it more unique to you, go right ahead. But let's move on to the next step, which is going to be building up the roof. So before making the roof, I want to make a little bit of adjustment to the structure over here, like with this pathway up to the front door. I want to raise up all of these wood structures on the outside up to equal the height over here, which is 6 blocks high. And then I'm going to connect them with all these cross beams. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse of me doing that right now. So for the balcony, we're going to want a railing just like we had down below. So we're going to have to bring up the spruce logs on the beams by 1 block each thing, and then put some dark oak fence in between each of them. Now we're going to be building up the 2nd story walls by the balcony, and we're going to be using the same pattern that we used down below of spruce wood logs to then oak wood stripped logs. And we're going to be using that same pattern, put a couple windows, but for this time I want the door to be over on the opposite wall, so we don't have a doorway in the same area on each level to give it more of a unique look. And I'm just going to do a quick time lapse of me building that up right now. As you can see, I got a little carried away building off camera. I just got really into it and then realized I wasn't recording, but basically all I did was build up the 2nd story walls of the building, and I went with the same pattern of using spruce logs and stripped oak logs every other block with just windows here and there, which I'll go around the building, show you exactly where I put them. And as you can see over here on the balcony, I used some spruce planks, spruce slabs actually, for the floor. And then there's only one section of the build that I did a slight deviation from the normal. So before you start building that, let me show you what I did. First thing I want to point out is just that I raised the chimney up, which is just made out of brick, another 5 blocks to match the level of the second story. And then you can see there's an extra window in the same location right above here. And then over here on the back side of the building on this 11 block stretch is where there's a slight deviation. As you can probably tell, everywhere where there's a spruce beam coming up, I extended out the block by 1 spruce log. And that is due to it working with the roof better, which I'm about to start after I'm done showing you where all the windows are and why I did this change right here. So basically everywhere there's a spruce beam, you extend out 1 spruce block, and then you're gonna build up from there the same pattern of every other block being spruce logs to stripped oak logs. Although in this case, as you'll see, I have pretty much everything, all windows except for the center block is gonna be the stripped oak logs. And then I'll just head over here to show you the couple extra windows over here on the right side. Alright, so now I'm right on the front of the house right here, and like what we did in the back, we extended out 1 block with spruce logs right here with the dark oak stairs underneath each one to build up this right here with a window. And this is going to be the balcony in the front of the house, which we're going to build this up 1 more row right now because this is going to be the railing. And then just put a little texturing in here. Alright, that should be good now. And now next part is we're just going to have to bring this over, which is going to be the usual pattern. So we're going to bring just a support beam all the way across. There's going to be a doorway in the middle so we can actually get out onto the balcony. But this is going to be stripped oak right here. And then we're going to just bring this down as well. Okay, we'll just put a placeholder block down here so we can actually build this up. And then the door is going to be right here. Let's see, where's the dark oak? There it is. And then this will be the doorway to get here, and we're just going to also put in the spruce planks down here once we actually get some of those. And then we're going to start working on the roof. So now it's time to start building it up, and we're going to be using dark oak stairs and blocks, planks I mean. And then we're also going to be using on the interior of the roof, we're also going to be using spruce wood stairs and planks. But as we're building up, you just start off with doing the normal stair, upside down stair, the stair on top. You do that twice, and then after you place the second upside down stair, you're going to want to put 1 dark oak plank on top, and then on top of that, place a normal dark oak stair, then upside down stair, then 2 planks up, and then you do that twice before reverting back to doing 1 plank up. And you're going to do that on both sides, and if you need to rewatch this to see what's happening, please just rewind the video. But let's go see how it looks when we connect it all together. So I think this roof is coming out pretty nicely so far, but we're going to work on wrapping the roof around first before building it out. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Let me just hop on over there right now. So what I meant by that was I'm going to be wrapping around the dark oak stairs around the edge here. So that's just going to take 1 minute. Alright, so now that we've done that, we are going to start building up a roof similar to that one over there, not quite as steep and... Bruh. I just fell. Alright, we're on the way back up now. Hopefully we don't do that again. Jump! Oh, what the... Oh, it's because I was crouched. No wonder. So, we're doing a similar style to before, so... Upside down, stair... Stair, upside down stair. Now we're doing 1 full plank, and then straight up, upside down. Now I haven't quite measured this out, so I got to double check to see where the actual peak is happening, but same as before. I'm going to go up 2 blocks on one of these, and then we're gonna revert it back to only going up one. So here's how it came out over here, looking pretty good. Just to give you a real quick overview of how many blocks you go up, you do stair, upside down, stair, then you do one plank, regular stair, upside down stair, two planks, upside down stair, one plank, stair, and then you're at the crown. Same thing other side. Now what I'm going to do for the roof is I'm going to match that side to the back over there, and then this side to the back over there, and then I'm just going to run a plank all the way across to make sure I do it right. So quick jump cut. So as you can see, we just matched up the roofs to each other on each side, and now all we have to do from here on out is we're going to be using spruce stairs and spruce planks, and we're just going to be matching up exactly what we did here and bringing it in. So it's just really simple. You just keep on going in, bring it in, and wrap it around. So it's going to be really simple. So I'm just going to do a quick time-lapse jump cut, and yeah, we'll be seeing it's going to be looking really good in a minute. So now that we finished the roof, I want to work on detailing the front of the building, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a big window in the front. I want it to be a 3x3 window, but with the middle set of 3 blocks being out in front, and then next to it we're going to be using the same strategy we used down below, using the spruce and stripped oak logs next to each other. So this crossbeam happens at 4 blocks up in the air, and I just added in a couple stairs, one frontward facing and then 2 sideward facing stairs on the sides, right above the window. And now we're also going to be building up the spruce wood logs all the way up here. We're going to put that on each side, and then where these aren't, you're going to have some stripped oak logs. And then we're just going to do the same exact thing on the other side. And here's how the final product looks without any scaffolding in the way. And as you can see, I also completed the other side. So now the last part of the outside we really have to complete, other than just maybe a little bit of foliage around it, will be completing the other 2 roofs. So now we're up over at the other smaller roof, and on this one we're not going to have any windows. All we're going to do is be going every other block with spruce and oak logs, so just like this, but build it all the way up. And here's the final product of how this section looks, but we're going to work on the balcony now. So now what we're going to do on the balcony is we're going to make a little roof over this, but first thing you got to do is each of these spruce logs on the edge you got to bring up by 2 blocks. And then once you've done that, all you're going to need to do is go over on the side, and you're going to use dark oak slabs, and you're going to put them going up a half a block level each time. So you start here, going to the edge, and then you're going to go up 1 block, and then 1 block. Okay. Go up 1 again. Let's get this in the right spot. And then 1 again. And you're going to wrap this around. So this roof looks pretty good right here. This is gonna stay put, but right here, I'm gonna have to add in some windows up here so it's less bland and blocky right there. So I'll be right back. I'll do a jump cut. I'm up on the side of the roof now. As you can see, I've been putting in a lot of work, putting in some windows around here, which I left one spot open so I could show you how to make the windows, and then you're just gonna do the same thing on each side of the roof. So once you make one of them, you're gonna wanna have a space of 1 in between the blocks, and then you're gonna break out 3 spots, 3 blocks wide, 2 blocks deep, and then just have some placer blocks under here so it's a little bit easier to work with. We'll get rid of these later. And then you're gonna build up 1 block with spruce logs on each side. Then use dark oak stairs, 1 sideways on each side. And then you rock an upside down one on top, and then throw a dark oak slab above that and throw a window. And then that's gonna be your top window, as you can see, matching the one next to it. And then we're gonna wanna try and connect it down to a larger window. And all of these are for basically just making the side of the roof look less bland and more unique. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this stair right underneath and this as well. So then you're gonna do an upside down dark oak stair and then dark oak slab right there. Now we're gonna have to back up a bit. This is a little tricky doing it up on the roof. And then what you're gonna wanna do is place a dark oak stair placed upright. And now I'm trying to, okay, I fell a little bit, but that's okay because we have to go down lower to make the rest of the window. And then you're gonna put a spruce log right there, and then you're gonna break 1, 2, 3 down, and you're gonna make it a 3 by 3. And then once you do that, you're gonna want a dark oak stair on each side. Hopefully this places the right way. Okay, it did. And then once you do that, you're gonna want to once again make a little platform so you can place the logs the correct way. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, okay. That's not the way you want to place. 2, 3. And then you rock upside down dark oak, right side up dark oak, and then you place the window right there. Now let's back up a bit. You can see it's matching each side. And now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna break this stair and slab. And then on this side, because it's in the corner, we're not gonna do it, but normally you would break, actually we're still gonna place 1 spruce log and 1 stair here, but then you're gonna need another platform right here. Also, that's a nice fireplace made on the inside. That's basically all I've done on the interior. Then you're gonna go 1, 2, and dark oak stair. And then let's get rid of this. And the last thing we gotta do is make this a dark oak stair. And that is how you create these windows on the side. Now on the smaller section, I think I actually already made all of these, but they're all the same on the side that I did on the top. It just is you don't have these bigger windows here. And you place these wherever you want.